And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, touching base with you as I always do every day. And today is Thursday. It is our TrendWatch Thursday, and I am with my buddy and pal, partner in crime, Mr. Chris Edwards.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And we're having a heat wave again. I seem
You
to keep
are.
bringing
And we're well, you know what? When you have a heat wave, we have a cold streak because it's very cold here again.
I arrived here the first time with my first week here, and they say, Ron, you brought the heat. And it was cool. And then I came back home 2 days ago, and now a heat wave just started.
And you brought it again.
I brought the heat again. I mean,
Well,
it's
listen,
like a good thing. But
if there's any consultation, it's supposed to get really warm here. We're supposed to jump to summer next week in the 80s. So maybe it'll cool down there.
it'll cool down here on the opposite side of the planet. But
Yeah.
I have to tell you, it is hot outside. I went out for a walk. I did 1.5 miles. I'm sorry, 2 miles today, which was good for me. And it was 80 something degrees today, 84, 85, which is hot here in the desert because it feels different. It's a hot.
You have the dry heat?
It's a mixture because the ocean's right here and
okay.
the desert's here. So it's kind of this, it's a strange.
You have a mix.
heat.
You have a little bit of humidity that kind of comes
It
in
wants
off the
to be
ocean.
humid, but it's not humid. It's like going back and forth. So anyway, hello everyone. We welcome you. It is a good day. Let me put that little banner up on the screen. It is our TrendWatch Thursday, and we have another little tool there, and I want to see if it works. Let's see. There we go. We have the ability to put polls up on the screen here. So it says,
Nice.
have you clicked the like? And I can control my polls right from StreamYard now. I don't have to rely on just the YouTube channel, but now I can do it on all platforms. I don't know how this works. It's new. You let me know how it works by if you can connect with it. I don't know how it works, but there it is. Let's see. We got new stuff in the building. We're always adding.
I see the widget panel. Yeah, I swear, every time I come into this thing, it's like it's new pop-ups. something new. I mean, but I guess that's good. At least now you know where your money's going. Before it was questionable.
Yes, the money's been. Look. Dr. Tachi hit number 1 and it showed up. So if you put the number in, it shows up on the screen.
Yeah.
Who knew? In the comment box. I like it. Dr. Tachi is the first person to use it, looks like. And so I like it. I like that. So if you haven't hit the like, just hit the like and don't hit 2. But anyway, here we go. Let's go with our hellos for this morning. Tanya says, good day, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. She is here for the gold. She's here for the gold. Dr. Tachi's in for the silver. She says, good day, all. And for the bronze is our wonderful Kristen R. is hi, Ron, she says. And Hannah is in the building also. Good morning, Ron and Chris and Touch Base Daily family. We sober today.
That was a reference from, what was it, last week?
That was last week. Yes, that was my last Thursday. I was in the at the wine estate, and so today I'm sober. I'm all sober.
Last Wednesday.
It was last Wednesday and last Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Last Thursday, I didn't get drunk. I was able to handle my wine much better.
Your liquor.
My liquor. The grandparents said I can handle my liquor. And Hannah says here, she said, hello, Tanya and Dr. Tachi. And I see all the love there. Hey, Mr. Bryson is in the building. He says, what's up, Ron? What's up, Chris? What's up, everybody? Happy Law and Order Thursdays. One more day before the weekend. Now, I have to tell you, I don't get to see Law and Order here. I don't get to see my regular television. And my Hulu, I try to get my Hulu back so I can look at Paradise. It doesn't work here.
It's all region. So, well, here's the thing with a lot of those services, they're regional. They know where you are, and those like some of those services aren't offered in some places. So that's probably
Yes.
why you have that issue. You can get a
Because
VPN.
yes, but here they say because the commercials aren't allowed here in Namibia in this region. So I have the commercial plan. They say you could get if you upgrade. I was like, hell no.
Yeah.
It's not worth all of that.
Guess what? When you come back to the States, it'll still be on Hulu. You can watch it all then. Binge watch it.
Exactly. And also Krista is in the building. Hello, Ron, Chris and family. There you go. And Elise is in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. And also, so Dr. Tachi showed us that we could hit that little box with the little one that lets you know you could be a part of the poll. I like being able to control the poll from here, though. But it's a flip between the poll and the conversation, which is cool, too. So you can have people participate. We have the wonderful Lisa. She says, good evening, Ron. Good morning, everyone. Exactly. If you're here in Africa, in Namibia, South Africa, India, it is nighttime already. It is evening. And if you are in the East Coast of the United States or heading west out, it is still morning. So there you go. Chris says, it was questionable. When it comes to for the liquor or the wine. Also, make sure you hit the like if you're in the building. If you're here for the first time, make sure you hit subscribe if you want to hang out with us, folks. Okay, Dr. Tachi says, for as much as they cost, I'm not going to congratulate them for doing what they were supposed to do in the first place. They damn well better put features. And she's talking about StreamYard.
Oh, yeah, no, they were getting really expensive, and
it's
like,
expensive.
well, what are we paying for?
Look, I tell people all the time, if it wasn't for the Patreon community, I'd be like this. Okay, guys, I have to pack it up because only the Patreon folks are the ones that support, and now the members who are in this platform that are not in Patreon, some in both. But if you're here, if you are supporting, that means you support. And I think it's worth the $5 or $3 a month if you are here every day and you get something out of this platform. So become a member. It's easy to become a member right here on this platform, and you can help support this way. So either way, you support. Also, I see Aya, and she says, "Hey, Ron. Oh, Thailand and Namibia. Aren't the flags? I'm sorry, South Africa. She has their Namibia and South Africa. There we go. I see the flags. Chris and everyone at Touch Base Daily. And Lisa says also he was binging a 2-day binging. Sorry, my bad. Binging a 2-day. I know that the spell corrects always make us all look bad. So it's like you write something in spell check and it changes it as you are getting ready to send it out. So binging, but a 2-day binge. And I do miss South Africa. I am missing it so badly. I'm missing Cape Town.
You're missing the view.
I'm missing my view. and all the interesting people walking down my street. Dr. Tachi says you need to get a VPN. I do. I have a VPN on. The good thing about this isn't there. When Apple deserves their pluses, I'm gonna give Apple their pluses. On my computer and my smartphone, I always say smartphone, even if I should be just saying phone. It's a habit of mine. But on the phone, I have automatic VPNs assigned onto my computers. So as soon as I'm on VPN. So yes, you must have a VPN, especially when you're traveling. It is so important while traveling for security reasons. If you don't have a VPN, make sure on your Apple phone, you can go into your settings and turn on your VPN. I never turn it off. I have it even when I'm in New York City. Can you get VPN? VPN. Yeah, your VPN is on your phone. Go into settings. Dr. Tachi, hi Bryson. Can you get a VPN? What's up, Tachi? Exactly. But those African soap operas. Let me tell you, have y'all ever seen African soap operas.
My mother and father watch them.
Now, it's interesting. My friends who are raised in the Caribbean or have lived in the Caribbean and came to America, they were introduced to African soap operas before Americans were. And Nigeria, for those that don't know, Nollywood is, Dr. Tachi, help me out. It is Bollywood is the number one, Nollywood is number two, and Hollywood is number three, as in the money making globally. I do believe Bali is one, Bollywood, then Nollywood, which is Nigeria. Bollywood is India, so for those that don't know. Bollywood is India, Nollywood is Nigeria, and America has Hollywood.
Yes, she said that's correct. She said that's correct.
Thank you, Dr. Tachi. I try to hold on to my information. And it's after 10 p.m. here. Oh, Thailand is already nighttime where you are, Chris. Man, I wish I was in Thailand. I want to go to Thailand so badly.
Thailand is so beautiful.
You've been, Chris.
Yeah, I enjoy. Well, Thailand was like my first big adventure around the globe, and it was amazing. I mean, Thailand will always hold a special place in my heart. Like that just kind of got those travel juices, as they would say, flowing. I spent 10 days between Thailand and Phuket, and Phuket is one of the like quote unquote vacation islands of Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful culture, beautiful food. I mean, I can't say anything bad about it. The experience was top notch.
I want to go, but I am, thanks to our wonderful Tanya in the building. She has helped me to sort out my thoughts on how to get my next part of this journey going. And so Tanya, I think it's definitely going, really believe it will be, next stop will be Tanzania. And then from Tanzania to Kenya, and then from Kenya to possibly Ghana, and then from Ghana to the UK, and then from the UK back to the States. That's what it's looking like.
You still have a lot of traveling to do.
I still got a lot of legging to do. I still have the month of May and have the month of June. So I come back home the end of June, back to the States.
Wow.
And then I start working on projects from July to November. So I'll be working from July to November in the States, maybe December. It depends if clients happen to push me over the edge of winter. But when the holiday season comes along, I want to be back with my friends in North Carolina. I want to visit our wonderful Hannah. So I'm going to be trying to get around in December to my States folks and spend some time in the States, definitely before the holidays, after Thanksgiving.
I see the conversations in the chat going about, like especially like the Nigerian shows, like movies and stuff. Listen, my parents, I don't know how my father got into them. Like years ago, he just started watching them. Like I'd introduce him to YouTube, and he just started watching them. And him and my mother will sit there and watch it. Like now, here's the thing. And Dr. Tachi, correct me if I'm wrong, and even Lisa, these Nigerian shows sometimes they're like 4, 5, 6 hours long. And my parents will sit there and watch it until the wee hours of the morning. And the reason why I can't do it, it's too much crying, it's too much carrying on, and just the story, like the storylines are the same from show to movie to show. So it's a lot. You think telenovelas are a lot? Those are a lot.
Well, I tell you. Let me say something about the Nollywood films. They have come a long way. I remember when I used to watch them years ago, and I was like, when I was like 2016, this is when to be more exact, when I was in Africa during the 2016-17 years. And I would look at, and even before that, like I was visit Nigeria. I mean, I used to go to Nigeria every year for about 6 years, 7 years. And every time I was in Nigeria, I used to look at these shows and I would be laughing my butt off, not because it was so funny, it was that it was so horribly filmed. And between the horribly filmed and the comedic repertoires of them, between the two, I would be dying laughing. But do not sleep on Nollywood films today. Now Nollywood is on Netflix. And that's how in 10 years film has changed around the world. I mean, you have several great series on Netflix, like that one called something Seduction that is based in South Africa. Woo! That's a heated kind of show on addiction, seduction, or something like that. But anyway, check it out. Check out Africa's film industry now. It has come a long way, and it's better than anything that we have in Hollywood. So I am like, cheers to Africa, cheers to India. You guys are really doing a great job in film. And Lisa says, when I get my hair braided, it's on the shop. It's all African Tubi. The acting, it's the acting that kills you. It's the acting makes you laugh. It's over the, Lisa says it's over the top. So to Dr. Tachi, from Dr.
Very
Tachi.
over the top. Over
the top. And so very funny. I see that, very funny. The scenes are very funny. I'll get you guys on here. Chris says, don't go back. It's dangerous. In the States, ICE is the airports harassing Americans. Really? Let's put a pin in that one. Okay, we're going to put a pin in that one. And hey, G is in the building. Miss Lady G is in the building. She says, good morning. And Elise says, I watch Nollywood movies all the time. I hear that. Hey, Charlene's in the building. Good morning, Charlene. She says, good morning, and it's so good to see you. South Africa is in the house. Yes, sir. Tip you Sultan is in the building. How are you, South Africa? Is in the building. I miss South Africa already. I want to cry. Anyway, I was watching Bollywood movies last night. Elise, really? You know, I don't know that many Bollywood movies. Elise, you're going to have to send me your movie list. So, here's Gwendolyn hit the one. So that way we can do, now we have this little poll up. Look at the poll. The poll is up. So far, 100% of the people that are in here have hit the like. Is it like matching the people in here? There's 19 folks over in both channels. That's almost 40 people here around, I guess. Lisa says, hey, G, good evening, everyone. Dr. Tachi says, they often have the most outrageous, diabolical storylines, and yet they all end with, to God be the glory. That's African life. It's always, God is good. God is good. I just killed someone. God is good. Oh my gosh. Yes, that is African culture. God is good all the time. Elise says they have great art on some of their movies. Great art. Really, Elise? Okay. Shannon's in the building. Miss Shannon Falk is in the building. Mike, long-time friend. She says, hi, Magical Ron. And good morning. There it is. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tanya. It's called Fatal Seduction. Juicy hot on Netflix. Y'all, go for it. I'm telling you, go for it on Netflix. Fatal Seduction. Woo! Very steamy, very hot. Make sure you have your towels and everything to just kind of like the perspiration of heat coming from the screen.
Okay.
Shirley says, I love Nollywood films. That's so true, Dr. Tachi. Okay, going on. Okay, we got these in here. Again, if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like, and also if you're here for the first time, hit subscribe if you want to participate in this wonderful community of amazing people.
Ron, just so you know, I put up the poll again, but it's in the upper right hand corner now. So you can choose which corner you want. So all the corners got something in them now.
See, that's why I need Chris here all the time. Chris, you see the brainchild. Chris is the brainchild. I mean,
no,
I'm
just
between
looking,
Gwendolyn, Dr. Tachi, and Chris, they keep me on the straight and narrow. And Lisa says, I saw that my friend Vivica and Shamar are back on Young and the Restless. I don't watch that, but I'm happy for them. Really? Back on the Young and Restless? Wow. What does that say about the industry? Good morning. I see Dr. Tachi. Where is the poll? The poll, you can see it on the screen, and all you have to do is put in the comment box, wherever you are, in Facebook or here. I'm not using Instagram any longer, so no more Instagram. I mean, I should try it, but nah, yeah, we'll use Instagram when we want to. But you can just put the number inside of the comment, and it will register on the poll. Okay, right in the chat, right here in the chat. And Kimmy Kim is in the building. She says, "Oh wow, Lisa, I don't watch Young and the Restless, but we'll take a peek just to see them." Hey, Fifi is in the building. Love you, Fifi. She says, "Hey, Ron and Chris. Hey, Touch Base Daily family." Exactly, Ron. I got that. Yes. Okay. Going on. Kimmy saying I took a peek. When the chat is jumping. Yep, the chat is jumping.
It
y'all.
is.
It's
very lively.
It's moving. It's just like I can't try to catch up. Elisa saying to Lisa, when I was getting my hair braided, if they weren't watching a show, I would ask them to put on one. Really? Put one on. I did not know so many people love Hollywood, Bollywood. Oh, wow. Okay, see, I see people are now using the poll. They're using it. They're in it, Chris. You see, they're in it.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, we're caught up. Finally, the last one on the bill so far. Chris, you are glowing. What's the tea?
I think it's the hoodie. It's pink. Maybe the light's bouncing off
the bottle. But I am drinking from the bottle today because I forgot to bring a glass over.
No tea here. No tea here.
This is tea kombucha. And I love it. It's great to have it for your stomach, and especially when you travel and you just want to make sure that you are getting your good bacteria into your stomach, which helps you to process all the foods you eat. The poll, yes, the poll. Elise, you should go to Nigeria. I want to go to Nigeria and to see the art. Nigeria is an amazing place. However, yes, there are things that you have to make sure you have when you're there. Dr. Tachi probably can give you more information on it, but definitely, I haven't been to Nigeria since 2016. So it's been a while. It's been 9 years, 10 years now, since now is 2026. So I haven't been to Nigeria in a while. I miss Nigeria. The people there are the most loving and kind. However, there's some bad elements to the country as well. So you have to kind of like, when I'm there, it's not like other parts of Africa where you can just walk around with a camera and take pictures and be a tourist. That is not Nigeria. Nigeria, you have to have a driver, you have to have someone with you, you have to know someone for your security purposes. And I find that it's, because I love to roam around and take pictures, it is very restrictive unless my buddy would have me in the car with the driver. And then I also had to always be aware of police, because the police are not always the most police are honest, but there are some bad elements to the police department that will take your camera. And so there's a lot of things you have to worry about when you're in Nigeria. But overall, the experience of going to Nigeria, the food, the people, the places to go, the culture, beautiful. I love the people of Nigeria. And I have lots of Nigerian friends because, hey, they have so much to offer. Elise says, I need to travel with someone who knows what to do. Yes. And we have to connect you with someone if you go to Nigeria. South Africa is another great place for art. It is. Now, Elise, I thought about you at least 4 times last week and the week before, because not only for the sunset when I missed you, but because I was at several galleries, and South Africa has lots of galleries, and there's a huge art scene in South Africa, especially Cape Town. And I see here to my bank account. Okay, what's that? Good morning, Fifi. I see that love there. Fifi says Nigeria sounds like the hood. It is in some places, but don't get it twisted. Nigeria is the first place that introduced me to Africa, in that one of the, this the haves and the have-nots. And I remember my friend taking me to several of his friends' homes, and I went to this one home. It had a Olympic-sized swimming pool in the backyard, and we were getting ready for a big, soiree dinner and everything. And it had waiters and all that. So don't sleep on Africa. Africa, again, you have the haves and the have-nots. You have the poor, but you have extremely rich people that live in Nigeria. Some of the richest people on the continent live in Nigeria. And if you go to this place called Victoria Island, look it up. Victoria Island is like Manhattan in New York City. It is where all of the rich people live and play. So check out Victoria.
That's anywhere you go in the world. You're going to have that duality of, those that have and those that don't have, and you see the disparities.
Shannon says, Ron, you need to put a travel group together so we can experience these wonderful places with you. Now, since we were talking last week, I definitely am with the idea of I'm going to be working with Tanya. So she is a travel agent in this community, and she's about organizing all this kind of stuff. And so it would be great for she and I to have a conversation, and maybe we'll have something maybe next year for South Africa. Cape Town is the easiest place, I say, to introduce people to Africa. The next best place is Ghana. So is either Ghana or is South Africa. Ghana is easier to get to. The distance is not as long. But South Africa, Cape Town, it's like nothing you've experienced. It's so beautiful. I love South Africa. You go safaris, nightlife. It's everything here. Well, there. I'm now here. I'm now in Namibia. Chris says eligible men ages 18 to 25 to be automatically registered for.
I put a pin in that. No, we need to talk about that, because that's something we were talking about in our group chat.
And Gwendolyn sent this to me today, and so this is something that we will be talking about, because we need to warn all of our family members, and you need to post it. I have an actual post for it, so we will look at that as well. Yes, that is pinned for today. We will look at that. Shannon said the other day, yep, you certainly did, Lisa. I said the other day, that would be great. And Dangote, a Nigerian, is the richest African man. And he is. I had a chance to see him last year in Manhattan at the African Summit. He's not that. He's a young guy too. He's not old. He is young and smart, and he held it down at the event in Manhattan when we celebrating Africa during the United Nations Week, and so that was really good to attend that. Chris says, "I'm going to Nairobi next year." I'm going to Nairobi this year, so we'll be able to get notes in there. Shannon, you would love Cape Town. Yes, you would. Everyone in this community would love Cape Town because of the art, the people, the culture. So much to do, so much to see. I have not heard about her, G. Okay, Parable of the Sower. I love Octavia Butler. I see that, yes. Did you see? Here we go. Chris says, did you see they are talking about shutting down international flights in all sanctuary cities?
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
And oh, really? And is this Miss Lee's? It's Melina Matosokas is leading the project for Warner Brothers. Okay. The entire collection except maybe one book. Okay, good. So G has all of the books except for one. And so cool. Okay, guys, where do we start today, Chris? I mean,
I say we start with Lisa's post because that's something that we've been talking about in our group chat, and I think that it's being posted everywhere. So starting by December of this year, all men eligible from the age of 18 to 25 will automatically be registered into the service, into the draft. Now, here's the thing, and we talk about this. If they can do that, why can't they automatically sign people up to register?
Exactly,
to
Chris.
They are willing to put people, send them to fight, but not vote.
Automatically put them registered to vote. If you turn 18, all Americans should be eligible to vote in America and be on the voting rolls, just like every other modern industrial country in the world. As soon as you turn 18, you automatically register to vote.
And they're saying, in addition to that, if you don't register, but this is what I understand. They're saying that they're automatically going to register you if you're between the ages of 18 and 25. But then they're also saying in the same breath that if you don't register, you could be criminally prosecuted. But aren't you automatically registering people? So I don't understand that.
Well, they want you. From what I read, they want you to register, and but it does, like you said, it sounds contradictory. But then the other part, and $250,000 fine for not registering, and so it's really interesting that, first of all, again, like we said, the voting, they don't want to make voting easy, but they want to make registering. And when I was talking to Gwendolyn today, I said, and do you trust these people with the draft?
Not
I mean, other presidents would be reluctant to pull the trigger on the draft. But this president, do you think he's going to think twice, or he's going to be reluctant, or he's going to say, this is the last resort? No.
Well, no, but here's the thing. If that's the case, then I believe his son is eligible to be automatically included in that draft.
Well, hello. We know the Trumps. We know that not one of the Trumps ever served in military.
Nope. We know.
From the great-great-grandparents. That's why they got kicked out of Germany. Well, that's a whole nother story for another day. But exactly, I see it here. I see the we'll go back to that. No. So that would be too much like, right. They want you to fight, but not to vote.
Absolutely.
Here's a question. Is Don Lemon thinking about running for president? No. But people have asked him.
He addressed that. He addressed that on his show.
Last week, I think it was. Exactly, Dr. Tachi. Fifi says, all things that are put in place to disenfranchise you are keeping America in the dark ages while the world moves on without us. Well, that is the truth. That is the truth. And if you, like I said, if you experience living outside of America, you will see the world has moved on and they are doing all kinds of interesting stuff. But again, I had this conversation with Gwendolyn earlier today. Think about it. If white kids do not sign up for the draft, do you think when they stand up before the judge that they will be immediately arrested and put into jail?
Absolutely not. Their parents will pay for them to get out of it.
Kids of color will automatically be arrested, put in jail, and make them have to pay the $250,000.
But and here's the thing. They're the first people. Pete Hegseth will be the first person to say he doesn't want women, he doesn't want blacks, people of color, and he doesn't want people of LGBTQI LGBTQIA plus community in the services. So who does that leave? White people. So go and draft them. Don't bring us, as I said in our group chat, don't bring us into it. We're not here for you. You don't support us. We don't support you. Simple. Get the people that are MAGA supporters to go and fight these wars. They believe in their guns. They believe in America first. So put them on the front line so they can do all those things.
Yes. Also, so this is what we were talking about. Young men are supposed to register within 6 to 12 months of their birthday when they turn 18, and but then if after they will be fined or can be arrested. Also, this happened 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. Also heard that they were raising the age to 45. Yes, 45 for if there's a draft. Elise says, I need to be a consultant on the movie project so she can get to South Africa. She bet not mess it up. We could be so far ahead. Look, G says this. The part of Felice Fifi says, we could be so far ahead with technology, science, and just a better quality of life. But no, they choose war. They choose war.
They don't believe in science.
They don't believe in science. Math. No, they don't believe, because these are dumb people. MAGA is dumb. MAGA is stupidity. MAGA is the unimaginably stupid. Elise says, yes, Lisa, they did raise the age to 45. See, we had to ban someone. Thank you, Chris. Ban it.
We're on it.
Okay, the YT kids will all be in private school to avoid draft per Project 25. Thank you, Kimmy Kim. Private schools will be able to avoid the draft, as in Project 2025. Private school students wouldn't have to register. So you see what they're doing. You see what they're creating, y'all. This is a tier system. As Elise always says, America, they are rebranding, reshaping the caste system here.
Yes.
It is the caste system. I didn't know that. Here we go. The conservatives is looking to conserve and bring back a period of life that was great for no one. For no one. And Ali says, we just have to remember what happened to Muhammad Ali. Yes, right. That's right. And also Shannon says, we could be ahead in infrastructure if it were not for this country's blatant racism. And that's why when the gentleman was in here yesterday that said, oh, why does it always have to be black and white or be about black or racism? It is America. And that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, this country was built on racist foundation. So there you have it.
So
you can't escape it. And this goes on around the world. It's not just America. If your country has been colonized, it is in some way, somehow, on some level, dealing with racist behavior. I used to always get into a snippet with one of my friends who's from London, and she was like, oh, there's no racism in England. I was like, are you kidding me? First of all, you just look at some of the TV shows. The way the UK is set up, you can tell it's racism. There's racism in every anywhere there's a colonization nation, it's racism. At least I agree, Chris, but put them on the front line. Exactly. But no, because they're too afraid. They all talk. They want their weapons here in America, but they don't want to be on the front lines in war.
I mean, you want the rights to bear arms, to go bear arms and defend your country.
Let me get this article up because I know Gwendolyn sent this to me, and I want to make sure that you have it. And so let me get to well, I'm doing that, Chris. Let's see. Any other? I'm just opening up my WhatsApp here. That way I can get this on the screen for you all, because I get all kinds of conversations log. There we go. Let's do it. Okay. Come on, WhatsApp. Okay, welcome to WhatsApp. Continue. There we go. Okay.
Well, while Ron's doing that, don't forget to hit the like button, guys.
Hit the like, hit the likes, hit the like. Oh, got there. Here we go. Here we go. Because I want to make sure that article, and the reason why this is so important, because so many of our friends and family don't know about, they don't know about the penalties regarding the draft. Not saying the draft, but registration. And we want to make sure that all young people are protected, our young men, that they also know they have to do the registration, they have to register. So make sure they do that. And so I was trying to get this to work, but it doesn't seem to want to work. Link a device. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that while that's working, while that's happening, anything else going on in your worlds, y'all? What else is going on?
Well, you want to talk about? We got 2 other stories pinned. You want to just touch base on that real quick?
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. What's the other one, Chris?
So here, let's just do this one. Don't go back. It's dangerous in the States. ICE is at the airports harassing Americans. So here, there's a couple things going on with ICE. TSA, I'll speak for Philadelphia. Philadelphia Airport now has all their TSA lines open in all the different terminals that they have, and ICE is actually leaving the Philadelphia Airport. They're no longer going to be there, I believe, as of the end of today. But you do have some ICE agents still at, now this is not Philadelphia, but just across the U.S., at some international terminals. When people are coming in, they're questioning people, they're asking to see their phones, that type of stuff. And, you know, here's the thing. We've never done this in this country like that. Other countries, such as like China, do it. And I even believe someone mentioned it in the chat earlier. But now they're starting to do it. And when they look at your device and they see that, you know, you have social media posts that don't align with, quote unquote, what this American president believes, they're denying entry into this country. And, you know, we have to be careful. A lot of people have decided that they're not even going to travel internationally because they don't have to deal with people being harassed overseas and then also coming back and being questioned when you're trying to just come back home.
Yeah. And I mean, that's my biggest worry when I come home. I'm like, what kind of country am I coming back home to? And that is something, the harassment. Hopefully, so far, no one I know has gone through the harassment. But people that I know have been in line, but they've seen other people go through the harassment. So, excuse me. And so those are my concerns. Is that when you travel overseas now, is that these people are not going to, you know, this is not something we are used to in America, and it's something we shouldn't have to deal with. But right. It's another. I mean, this is what it is to live in a country that has been stripped of democracy.
Right. And I just put up Gwendolyn's comment. She said, keep in mind, checking your phone has been on the books for a long time, but they've never acted on it. Absolutely. They never have. There's never really been a reason to. Like, what is the purpose? You know, and people are denying you entry into your own country because your political view differs from them. When was that ever a issue? Never.
But you're still American, so they can't keep you out of the country because you are an American. So, but they can take your phone. So that's one thing. So now I'm almost like, should I get a burner? should I get a flip phone? Yeah. So, but
a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah. Kimmy says, what actually law says you can't go back home because of its content? There is no law. There is no law to keep you as an American citizen out of America. It's just that they want to harass you and take your technology to look and see if you are. I mean, it was created after 9/11 to be able to see if there were people that were part of, you know, some terrorist group or whatever. That's why most people in America are not part of a terrorist group. So that's why most of the time it's never been practiced to check on people's phones and interrogate them like that. Lisa says, don't use the biometrics on your phone. In America, they can't make you give the password, but I am not sure those rights extend outside of America. So,
no. So I think, Lisa, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, can't. They can't make you give up your password, but they can make you use Face ID or Touch ID. So, a lot of times, even like when ICE was, excuse me, around by TSA, a lot of people were saying, disable your biometrics on your phone and put in a strong password. And as a matter of fact, just turn the phone off, because if you turn the phone off and you have you have to initiate a password, you do not have to give up the password.
Exactly. So, for instance, I use my biometrics. I have a restricted biometric, and this gentleman, it was in someone was this guy who does all of the tricks of Androids and Apple phones, showed a way for your entry of your phone, no biometric. But once your phone is on, then you can use biometric. So for instance, they can't get into your phone unless they get your password, but they can't use biometric to get into your phone. However, once the phone is turned on, then I can use my biometrics. So that's how my phone is set up. I follow this guy on, I think it was on Instagram. He has like several million followers. He's really like the guru of technology. You guys may know him because he comes up with all of these like security information. But since I don't have it on my screen right now, but I do know that's how I set up my phone. So my biometrics, I cannot enter my biometrics to open it up. I have to use a password. I never use who says this? Shannon says, I never use biometrics because I just don't think it's safe. And Elisa says, Elise, me neither, never have. And Kimmy says, I don't either. And I definitely, when I come back home, I will definitely get rid of all my biometrics. So yeah, it's just to be safe. Fee says, nah, never trust the biometrics. Yeah, people.
Well, here's the thing, guys. I hear what everyone's saying, but unfortunately, biometrics is here to stay, and a lot of airports are switching to it. There's a new airport that's opening in Germany, I think this month, as a matter of fact, I think this week, where the entire system is biometric based. I think you only use your passport one time in the airport, but everything else is done. Even like getting onto the airplane, there's a scanner there that scans you, and you never have to show your boarding pass. When you drop off your luggage, it scans you, and that's how you keep the system moving. They're getting away from having to hand over, a passport, hand over a driver's license, and to be honest with you, a lot of times these biometrics, when they scan you at the airports, it's there temporarily while you're there, and that information is deleted and sent away or wiped away.
This is so just so you all know, I do believe today is, what's today's date? Today is the 9th. I do believe on Saturday or Friday, 9th, Friday will be the 11th, right? So I do believe on the Friday, is it Saturday?
Saturday's the 11th.
Okay, so I do believe it's the 11th. You can check me, but Europe starts the biometric scans on all flights in Europe. So anyone that is entering Europe, you will be scanned biometrically. I do believe it's the 11th. I do believe it is going online the same day as the German even here in Namibia, they already have it all set up. When we were in Portugal, it was already set up, so I had to use the biometric scan for Portugal. And so Europe totally goes online, I do believe.
No, starting tomorrow, April 10th, visitors to Europe area. Yeah, it starts on the 10th.
So it starts tomorrow. So if you're if you, in a lot of countries also in Africa that have the ability, like South Africa has it, Namibia has it. I'm not sure about Ghana.
They call it the EES system,
Yes.
which is the exit entry system.
Yes. And so you will be scanned. You cannot opt out. If you're going into Europe, you have to use the scanner. They take your hand,
it's a fingerprint or a photo.
Yeah. It's the photo, not the eyes, but the photo. But so it's the full photo. So I had to have that done when I entered into Portugal. And when I left Portugal, I did the same thing. So that's what it is. So not all countries were set up. So they postponed it from December. But now for every country is required in the European Union to start tomorrow. So just so you know it.
So can we go back? I want to go back to the voter registration thing. Because, all right, we just went through this system where in order to travel domestically in the United States, you either have to have a passport or a real ID. And a real ID is depicted with a little star in the upper right-hand corner of your driver's license. Now, in order to get that real ID or to get that passport, you have to provide so much information. That is enough proof. That should be enough to register to vote and of proof of citizen of all the things that you need to vote.
Yeah. Well, America is not about making it easy for people to vote. It's just this is a country that just does not want people to vote, because when people vote, and Elise always says, be specific. The Republicans in this country do not want you to vote, because they know that when you do vote, you vote on the side of humanity, most people. And if you vote on the side of humanity, the only party right now that is about humanity. Now, yes, the Democrats have their thing, but guess what? They are the only train in town giving you your rights and are for you voting. And all the other stuff that's listed. The Democrats. And I will say over and over again, you must vote. Every Tuesday, again, I will say it, every Tuesdays, there are elections in America. And if you're also in other places around the world, for instance, Hungary right now is getting ready. Hungary is getting ready for their election. That's why you had J.D. Vance over in Hungary. Yeah, trying to support this autocrat. So, and they're trying to hold on to this, because if this man loses, it says it's the end of MAGA. And that's why J.D. Vance is over in Hungary right now, trying to support this election of the autocrat. Okay, Dr. Taji says, Chris, you're acting like we're dealing with people that have sense. You know they're daft.
Yeah.
You know, I love Dr. Tachi's words of choice. Oh gosh. Lisa says, guys, in the States, you can opt out of biometrics at the airport. Yes, you can. However, at some point they will be also just like Europe. But Europe, you cannot opt out. In the United States, you can opt out. However, I'm on TSA. I have my TSA and Global. So Global requires they just give you a picture and you just walk through the gate. So Dr. Tachi says, Chris, okay, got that. They took Chris says, and they took my fingerprints at customs here in Thailand. Okay. Yes. Most of the world is going on to biometrics. Oh. Just so you know, if you're traveling abroad, most countries are going bio.
Here's the thing. That is the one foolproof way to prove who you are.
Yeah.
Your fingerprint and your face print, basically. And people say, oh, I don't want my information out there. Let me tell you something. All of our information is online. It's all out there. Yeah. It's all out there.
Yes. Hey, Milan is in the building. What's going on, Milan? I see you in the building again today. Hungary. Yes, Hungary. The Hungarians from Milan is from Prague. So see, Milan, I remembered. And I can't wait to go to Prague. So Milan is from Prague. Some of the greatest architecture in the world is in Prague.
Yeah.
So they say.
And the other, put Gwendolyn absolutely right. Especially if you go to Europe, you are literally on camera the entire time you were there, and
everywhere.
they're constantly they're scanning you all the time. Let me tell you something. When something happens, they can find out where you've been, when you've been there, how long you were there for, and how you moved. I mean, they do it here too. This is how they're able to solve crime so fast. You know, they're especially when you go into certain places like major cities, there are cameras everywhere.
Every store, every street corner. Some of them are embedded in the traffic lights. So the traffic lights, as you are moving through traffic, the cameras are on the traffic lights.
And not even that. Listen, how many people, when they own their home, have some type of camera doorbell? And there's a crime committed in your area. The police are coming to you. We'd like to see your footage from your Ring camera.
Yes.
I mean, think about it. Like, we live in a society where you're always being recorded. I live in a complex. The moment we step out of our apartment and we go into the common areas, we're being recorded. We know that. It's there for your safety and protection, but you're being recorded. Like, this is just the day and age that we live in. If you think that you're not giving up your information as far as like how you move throughout the society, you are sadly mistaken, because you are on camera somewhere. The grocery store, the pharmacy, your doctor's office. I mean, like literally everywhere.
This is where, I remember, and you know who started? I want to say, I don't know if it was China that started it first or the UK that started it first. But I remember years ago in 2012, one of the trademarks of the UK in London, because of the IRA, remember the fight between the Irish, the Protestants, and the Christians, and the bombings in London. They started with the camera surveillance in the UK so that they can catch the people that were terrorists.
It was the UK that started it.
I think it was the UK that started it, and so on everywhere in the UK, it's one of the most camera blanketed cities in the world. Now China has followed suit, I do believe. They are also doing the same thing, and Korea is the same thing, and a lot of other Asian countries that are high tech. But yeah, you are on camera everywhere you go. That's what I say. Look, I got nothing to hide, so I'm like this. Film me as much as you want.
So here's the thing. Fun fact: I just looked it up. Where did video surveillance begin? It began in 1927 in the Soviet Union.
Ooh, 1927.
That's where it started. Yeah, 1927. Wow. Through closed circuit television.
Through the television.
No, CCTV. Yeah.
Yeah, CCTV. I remember. Yes.
And it was installed in the Kremlin to monitor visitors. Later in 1942, German engineers Walter Brosch installed systems to monitor V-2 rocket launches, and then it emerged in 1949 in the U.S. So interesting.
Okay. But the UK went all in. I think they were the first country to go all in.
I think when it comes to mass surveillance, I believe it was the UK.
Gwendolyn says, even on the cruise ships, they have more cameras than casinos in Las Vegas.
Yes.
They will find you. Yes, if you are on a cruise ship, there are cameras everywhere. There are cameras in places that you don't know exist, like in the painting, in the flowers, in the.
This is why I find it so odd when like you have people that go missing on cruise ships, that they don't know what happens to them, because there's literally cameras everywhere. That's why they're always looked at as something suspicious.
Yeah, that was interesting. That when Lisa said, "Is that case still out there?" They haven't found her yet.
No, they haven't.
The Guthrie mom. I don't think they found her.
Savannah Guthrie mom? No, they haven't found her.
Yes, that is horrible. That is horrible. Elise from Elise says to Fifi, that's exactly why I don't have a Ring camera. Exactly. And Chris says also, I'm in the building where I live. In the building where I live has face scan. I can't even get in the building or on the elevator without showing my face to the camera. Really? This is the world. This is the way the world is going. So I know it sounds horrible and say, hey, you're gonna have to get used to it on some level. People can also hack your Ring camera. Yes, there have been.
Any bad actor will try to hack anything. Your phone, your Ring camera, your computer,
your glasses,
webcam, everything. So that's just the world we live in.
That's the world we live in. Shannon says you can also be tracked by Siri and OnStar. Sirius and OnStar.
Sirius and OnStar,
yeah. Also, Milan says that's correct. Although the way the footages can be used are heavily restricted by EU compared to rest of the world. The problem is though, if authoritarianism takes over in some country, well, then you're in trouble. This is true. In Europe, even though there's cameras everywhere, there are strict personal, they call it personal, there's a term for it, for your personal being. Like for instance, getting cookies on your phone and cookies on your computer. You have to say yes to so many things for them to allow, for companies to put their cookies on your phone or on your
devices.
Laptop. Very, very strict on personal space in Europe. Not like America. America is like, hello, free will. But in Europe, very, very strict. Does anyone know? Okay, G says, here's another topic. Does anyone know if the Supreme Court has heard arguments about geofence warrants? Is this I don't know. I don't know that one, but G.
So geofencing, basically, that's actually a really good topic. I'd love to do a little research on that and talk about that a little bit more. That's a good one.
Yeah, we need to figure that one out. Hey, Monk, I see you in the building. Monk is in the building. Monic is in the building. And who else is in here? Baby Monitor too. Yeah, they're the baby monitors that have been hacked. Yes. Also, Fifi says there is an app. I'm just going to there is an app that can detect smart glasses near you. It's good to have it. You use public transportation often. Really? There is an app for the glasses to detect smart glasses? Did not know that. Fifi. That's why this community exists, because we learn from each other. We'll definitely look that one up. Bryson says, since Craig Melvin going on the vacation, starting. Okay, got that. Okay, let's stick with the topics. And okay, let's see. Does anyone? Okay, so Chris, I'm curious about the Supreme Court with Gwendolyn's statement. And so we need to look into that one on another, for maybe another time. But yeah. And Milan, thank you for showing up. So good to see you here. And but guys, we have reached our hour. We have reached the end of our hour together. Well, we always say hour and 5 minutes, hour and 10 minutes. And I want to get you guys out of here. So we're doing that. And we have also, now we're making use of the poll. We're going to be using this poll more often for other things. So we'll be able to do that in the future. I thought that was really cool. Let me see, can I see the results? And it says, hi, stop poll. Only 7 of you participated. Hello, what's going on? Okay, but most of you have hit the like, which is good. So hit the like if you're in the building. Also, just so you know, I post some more photos. I'm going to be posting a lot more photos in the community. Today I've been adding. I'm going to add about 2 more different events that I would love to share with you. It's only going to be in the YouTube community page in the photography section, even though I have a rough time with posting photography in the YouTube because they really haven't perfected their photography uploads. Anyway, but I'm going to post some stuff there. They only give you 10 maximum and all that other good stuff. So, but anyway, YouTube community will be posting photography. Also, if you want to continue some of these topics that we talked about here, you can talk about it there. Okay. Also, if you're interested in being on the email list, make sure you go to ronlewisphotos.com and it will pop up on the screen as soon as you arrive there. If you're in the States, I will be back in the States. I'll be available for work in the States from July to November. So if you have an event that you want me to photograph, get me on your let me get you on my calendar. And also, again, thank you to the Patreon folks because you make this happen. Thank you for those that support in Patreon. And for the Patreon community, anytime we do our Motivation Mondays, when we do our Tip Tuesdays, those lessons and those verbals live in the Patreon community. So that's, if you want to get any other stuff that's written, the written details or anything that we do here, it lives in the Patreon members community. Also, if you're here, make sure you hit the likes. Also, if you're here for the first time, hit subscribe. If this is your first time seeing us, hit subscribe. And also, if you are here all the time, if you're here all the time, then you should become a member. Okay, so join the membership and we'll have some stuff for you guys there as well. Okay, I think I got it all squared away. Chris, any last words for you, buddy?
Nope, I'm good. Have a good Thursday. It's almost a weekend. Okay.
And guys, yesterday, I will do it again today. Yesterday, I do share a little sunsets thing. So, you know, I'm inspired by Elise. So since we have the best sunsets in Africa, you can't not miss the sunset. So usually around 6:40-ish, 6:38, so around there, I come on live again. And that's how I met Milan in the building yesterday. And she popped up here today. So it's so good to see you. But again, so that's what we're doing. So we'll share the sunset here in Namibia, the best sunset, the best.
What's that, like one after 1 here, right? Eastern Standard Time?
That is because you guys are, it is 6 o'clock here. So it's 12:40 Eastern Time.
Okay, so another 40, so another half an hour roughly here.
Yeah, so I'll be out there. I'll be out there in these sunset streets. Okay, and I see all the love going in here. Thank you so much for sharing, guys. You guys are really chatting it up, participating. That's what community is about. And also, thank you for all the stuff that you shared with us so that we can do some research. Everyone can look into it and research. I will put the link in from Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn put in the article about the draft. That will be in the description of this video. So I will make sure, since I wasn't able to put it on the screen, I will put that. Also, remember yesterday I talked about Roland breaking down the history of the Democrats and the black people regarding the Democrat Party and the Republican Party and the whole history. It is incredible. That is in our community chat. I already put the link there. You can just go straight there. You'll see it in the community. Okay, I think we got it all set. Guys, have a great Thursday evening. And I will see you guys for the sunset. And for those that I don't see on sunset time, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, later, y'all. We appreciate you.